The CLC Protocol 1992 entered into force internationally on May 30, 1996 under Article 13. Malaysia ratified the protocol on June 9, 2004, and it entered into force in Malaysian waters on June 9, 2005. As of May 17, 2026, there are 146 contracting states, representing 97.07% of world tonnage. Under CLC Protocol 1992 Article 7, the owner of a ship registered in a contracting state and carrying more than 2,000 tons of oil in bulk as cargo must maintain insurance or other financial security, such as a bank guarantee or compensation fund certificate, to cover liability for oil pollution damage. In Malaysia, under MSO 1952 Section 358, Part 9 applies to all Malaysian and foreign ships operating in Malaysian waters and the EEZ. To enforce this, MSO 1952 Section 361 requires that all ships carry valid insurance or financial security meeting the liability limits under the applicable convention. Essentially, MSN 57/2005 enforces that all Malaysian registered tankers under CLC 1992 must hold a valid insurance certificate issued by the Malaysia Marine Department to meet statutory obligations. To streamline this process, MSN 7/2014 later introduced an online application system for obtaining these certificates at http://marine32.marine.gov.my/clcbcc/. In addition, insurance certificates are issued via MMD-approved providers under MSN 1/2025, using a blue card or equivalent financial security, as explained for LLMC 1996. If a ship fails to maintain valid insurance under MSO 1952 Section 361(3), the master or owner may be fined 200,000 to 500,000 ringgit. Under Section 361(6), MSO 1952, failure to carry or produce the insurance certificate on board may result in a fine between 20,000 and 100,000 ringgit. The BCC 2001 entered into force internationally on November 21, 2008 under Article 14. Malaysia acceded to the convention on November 12, 2008, and it entered into force in Malaysian waters on February 12, 2009. As of May 17, 2026, there are 109 contracting states, representing 94.28% of world tonnage. Under BCC 2001 Article 7, the registered owner of a ship of more than 1,000 GT must maintain insurance or other financial security, such as a bank guarantee or similar financial assurance, to cover liability for bunker oil pollution damage. In Malaysia, under MSO 1952 Section 358, Part 9 applies to all Malaysian and foreign ships operating in Malaysian waters and the EEZ. To enforce this, MSO 1952 Section 361 requires that all ships carry valid insurance or financial security meeting the liability limits under the applicable convention. Moreover, MSN 1/2009 informs all stakeholders that Malaysian registered ships must comply with LLMC 1996 and BCC 2001, ensuring valid insurance or financial security is in place according to the conventions. To streamline this process, MSN 7/2014 later introduced an online application system for obtaining these certificates. In addition, insurance certificates are issued via MMD-approved providers under MSN 01/2025, using a blue card or equivalent financial security, as explained for LLMC 1996. If a ship fails to maintain valid insurance under MSO 1952 Section 361(3), the master or owner may be fined 200,000 to 500,000 ringgit. Under Section 361(6), MSO 1952, failure to carry or produce the insurance certificate on board may result in a fine between 20,000 and 100,000 ringgit. Next, the WRC 2007 entered into force internationally on April 14, 2015 under Article 18, after the required 10 states had ratified or acceded to the convention. Malaysia ratified the convention on November 28, 2013, and it entered into force in Malaysian waters on April 14, 2015. As of May 17, 2026, there are 75 contracting states, representing about 83.54% of world tonnage. Under WRC 2007 Article 12, the registered owner of a ship of 300 GT and above must maintain compulsory insurance or financial security to cover liability for wreck removal. In Malaysia, WRC 2007 is implemented through MSO 1952 Section 381A, which requires ships of 300 GT and above to maintain valid wreck removal insurance or financial security before entering or leaving Malaysian waters. In addition, insurance certificates are issued via MMD-approved providers under MSN 01/2025, using a blue card or equivalent financial security, as explained for LLMC 1996. Finally, for WRC 2007, failure to maintain valid insurance under MSO 1952 Section 381A(3) may incur fines of 200,000 to 500,000 ringgit, and the vessel may be detained if it attempts to leave Malaysian waters. In addition, under MSO 1952 Section 381A(6), any required insurance or financial security must be carried on board and produced on demand, and failure to do so may result in fines of 20,000 to 100,000 ringgit. Moreover, the MLC 2006 entered into force internationally on August 20, 2013 under Article 8, after at least 30 members representing 33% of world gross tonnage ratified the convention. Malaysia ratified the convention on the same date, and it entered into force in Malaysia on August 20, 2013. As of May 17, 2026, there are 112 contracting states, representing about 96.60% of world tonnage. Under MLC Regulation 5.1.3, ships of 500 gross tonnage and above engaged in international voyages must carry a Maritime Labor Certificate and a Declaration of Maritime Labor Compliance, also known as DMLC. In Malaysia, Section 365A(1), MSO 1952 requires the owner of every Malaysian ship to maintain a contract of insurance or financial security covering the master and all seafarers on board, to protect against claims arising from death, personal injury, or abandonment. Malaysia implemented these amendments through MSN 09/2016, read together with MSN 07/2013 and MSN 08/2016. MSN 09/2016 requires that financial security certificates must be carried on board, displayed in a visible place accessible to seafarers, and issued by approved providers such as IGPNI clubs or approved non-IG insurers recognized by the Malaysia Marine Department. Finally, under MSO 1952 Section 365(2), non-compliance regarding seafarer welfare and abandonment can lead to fines of 50,000 to 100,000 ringgit. The UUM Boleh is an oil tanker registered under UUM Oil Tanker SDN BHD, flying the Malaysian flag, a gross tonnage of 28,927 GT, a deadweight of 39,276 T, and currently on an international voyage with 35 crew members including the captain. Because of its size and type, it must carry insurance under LLMC 1996 since it exceeds 300 GT, which ensures that the shipowner's liability for loss of life, personal injury, and property damage is limited, and a blue card or equivalent insurance provides financial coverage for any claims arising from maritime incidents. Similarly, it must comply with CLC 1992 because it carries bulk oil with a cargo capacity exceeding 2,000 tons, which requires insurance to cover liability for oil pollution, including cleanup costs and compensation for affected parties. In addition, it must maintain insurance under BCC 2001 because it is over 1,000 GT and uses bunker fuel, which protects the shipowner against bunker oil pollution liability during international voyages. Furthermore, it must have coverage for WRC 2007 because its deadweight is 39,276 tons and GT exceeds 300 GT, ensuring that insurance or financial security is available for wreck removal costs in case of maritime casualties. Finally, it must carry insurance under MLC 2006 because it has 35 crew members, exceeding the threshold of 10 for international voyages, which protects seafarers' welfare, including repatriation, medical care, and compensation for injury or death, and it must hold a valid Maritime Labor Certificate, MLC, on board. In conclusion, these insurance requirements are necessary because the ship meets or exceeds the tonnage and crew threshold stated in each convention. Maintaining these insurance certificates also ensures that UUM Boleh complies with international maritime law and is financially protected against maritime incidents, pollution, wreck removal, and crew welfare obligations.
Thank you for watching this video. See you next time.